cleaned up that a little better.
Yeah, it looks like ass. Sorry. Oh shit! Guess what?
What?
I got hair in my mouth.
Well, that sucks.
And it's 8 o'clock, which means welcome to Weird War Wednesday, folks. Welcome aboard. I see Eric's on the board here. Good to see you, man. So tonight,
we got Dark Horse in chat.
we've got the Dark Corner.
Dark Corner.
Dark Horse?
No, I'm thinking about Dark Horse, the gaming company, for some reason.
You mean
the one that made my Labyrinth.
You mean the comic book company? Dark Horse? Yeah.
Yeah, they made my Labyrinth game too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right, folks. I think it's time for some Googling. Googling.
Like uniced Pop-Tarts.
Oh my God. Did you? Okay, so for all you people out there, I have walked through this world thinking that all Pop-Tarts were iced, like had icing on them. And in a fit of just shock, I would learn last night that there's an uniced version of Pop-Tarts. I mean, that's like fucking. Why even have a Pop-Tart if it doesn't have icing on it?
Because when you warm them up, people, the hard icing doesn't get soft.
No, it's not supposed to. It's like hard. It's like a shell.
Okay, Weird War. All
right, anyway. Okay, so see? Let me tell them what you're talking about here in Weird War 2. Weird War Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Central Standard Time. Yep. So we're here. And nothing else better going on. Okay, so tonight, guys, we're going to talk about the website for tonight is going to be easyarmy.com. Awesome free resource that all you gamers can take advantage of for several different games. We'll get back to that. And then the media for tonight we're going to talk about the Wonder Woman movies that center within the Weird World War II era. Okay, and there's a couple of them.
I like the series. So, I've been binge watching it all day. It's great.
Been binge watching the first season of the series today. It's pretty good. And then we're also going to talk about Paradise Island's most famous Amazon, Wonder Woman, on your tabletop battlefield too. So pull out the freaking badass. Favorite daughter of Paradise Island, and she can kick some ass. So, okay. So let's jump into this bad boy. So I'm going to grab this website and stick it in the comments.
That way y'all can read along.
Watching Hebrew with subtitles.
Yes. Yes, Taylor says so. But hey,
that's great.
That's awesome.
I've done that before. I've put I think it was Norwegian on like Aliens or something like that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh man, it was great. And so I like watching like movies that you know a lot about, and you know the movie and watch it like in Spanish or French, like the dub overs. It's kind of funny to hear what they say.
There's the link, people.
There's a link, folks. Okay, so swing over to easyarmy.com. And what this is, guys, this is a free site. All you got to do is like register, just like sign up.
It's like Armies for Dummies.
Well, no. So what it does is it's like an online database that allows you to make your armies from the various games army lists. So they already have like all the options that you can have. And then you just push a button and it costs that many points. It shows the points on top and blah, 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 blah. So it's really like if you don't have the resource books, you don't have all the army lists and stuff, swing over here and they've got most of the army lists from most of the current like wargaming. So they've got Flames of War, okay? They've got Team Yankee. They got Armada, Blood and Plunder, Dead Zone, Kings of War 3, Kings of War Historical, Kings of War Vanguard. They got Bolt Action, Conflict 47, Warlords of Erewhon, whatever the fuck, Muskets and Tomahawks, and Warpath Free Firefight. So they have all those game systems like army lists. Yeah, so you can like create a new list, and it gives you all this stuff to choose from. It's great. So, instead of you spending, all that time pulling out those books and looking through the shit, blah, 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 and all the different editions, it's all right here for you guys. So definitely go check it out. Again, it's free to use. You just like sign up. That's all. But yeah, so go swing over to easyarmy.com. Check them out. Check out, like I said, tons of army lists there. So maybe that'll help you guys in your gaming and speeding your army design so you don't have more time rolling dice. Thanks, baby. Just blowing shit all over me. Animal. All right, guys. EasyArmy.com. Go check them out. Okay, so that was quick. We can run right into the media for tonight. Yeah. Tonight's media is we're going to talk about Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
She's a Wonder Woman. Dun, 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 dun.
Wonder Woman.
And the power she possesses.
I don't know all this.
In her satin tights. Fighting
for your rights.
And your red, white, and blue. Do, 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 do.
You and the power you possess in your satin tights, fighting for your rights and the old red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. Now the world is ready for you. Wonders you can do. Make a honky dove, stop a war with love, make a liar tell it true. Wonder Woman, get us out from under. Wonder Woman, all our hopes are pinned upon you. Magic that you do. Stop a bullet cold, make the axis fold, change their minds and change the world. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, you're a Wonder Woman.
Anyway, great fucking song. Shut up.
Okay. Yeah.
We were supposed to sing it, but she got cold feet.
We just lost 10 viewers because you thank you very much.
Hell yeah! That'll scare off the riff-raff. We just want real weirdos here, not those faux weirdos. But okay, guys, so Wonder Woman, all right? So Wonder Woman's been around, since the 40s. 41, I believe. Sensational Comics. All-Star Comics, number 8, I believe.
Know your facts, man.
All-Star Comics 8. Anyway, so she's been around for a while, guys. Now, obviously, Wonder Woman didn't have any kind of on-screen, rendition until we get to the 70s. They make a Wonder Woman TV movie. And it was like, it didn't look like Wonder Woman, and it was I don't know. It was kind of popular, but it wasn't. Yeah. Then they came out with what do they call it? The New Adventures of Wonder Woman, I think is what the TV series was called. So, what?
I love it.
It's fucking great,
it's
guys.
Great.
Now, we're going to just talk about the first season, okay? Because the first season is set during World War II. And then the other seasons, the 2 other seasons are set in the 70s, which I don't like as much. But they have tons of great character actors that come in the episodes, and it's great. It's like reading a comic of old school comic of Wonder Woman. So, but anyway, okay, so now we're gonna dive into it because I've educated Mel here on the origin of Wonder Woman, right? Dr. Marston's origin. And they do pretty good in the TV show. They get it right, you know. That's Steve Trevor gets shot down. You know,
he is a good-looking guy. He is a good-looking fella too.
Lyle Wagner plays Trevor in the TV show. He's a pretty good, handsome dude.
Yeah.
Handsome.
For the time, he was good-looking. 70s is really rough on everybody.
Oh man, the 70s is rough.
They all kind of looked a little dirty.
It's just gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a dirty decade.
It's really dirty.
The clothes look dirty. All the colors are like.
It's like you can see smells.
Yeah. They're like, ooh, man, because 70s can be kind of gross, and I can say that because I grew up in the fucking 70s.
Yeah.
So damn.
Yeah, Linda Carter.
Oh, just amazing.
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 Yes,
Linda
Taylor
Carter
is a big fan too.
Oh yeah, Linda Carter is the fucking best. She's
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous, and you know it's not like she hits it in all marks.
Yeah.
Sexuality. Just
but she's not
strength.
trying to.
No, she's just walking around.
Yeah.
She's just a beautiful woman, just
she has
moving
no perks
about.
on running in a
She's not trying to.
bustier.
She is like, and they did a great job
it.
because you know her as a feminine, you know, hero.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like flaunt it in like.
Mm-mm. And she don't use it.
Nah, she just is. You know what I mean? She just is Wonder Woman and beautiful, and she just walks around, and people are just in awe with her. And it's not what she does; it's just what she does.
Yeah.
She just moves them around the earth.
And she wears that costume like she wears it every day. Like
it's just
in
natural.
The privacy of her own home, watching TV.
She might.
Watering.
She's got her
the
hand in her
garden.
pants, and she's got a remote, eating pickles.
In her belt, in her Wonder Woman
in
belt.
her Wonder Belt.
Wonder Belt.
But okay, so back to the show. So TV show.
I digress.
So Trevor. He's a major Trevor, Colonel Trevor.
Well, he starts out as something, and then he changes the major.
He's a major.
So if he was I think he's a colonel, but he might be a major. But anyway, he doesn't matter.
He's
So
major.
Stephen Trevor gets shot down. Crash lands in Paradise Island. Paradise Island is a secret island somewhere in the Atlantic or the Caribbean. Well, that's still the Atlantic, but it's near the Atlantic Ocean, I should say. That the ancient mythological Amazons live on. So
I have something to interrupt with you.
Oh yes.
Okay, this is something that just came to mind.
Okay.
What if, because we're Weird War,
Totally.
What if instead of him landing, the Nazi would have won, and he would have landed, and she would have fallen in love with the Nazi?
It's true, guys.
What would have happened?
Well, the only reason why she fell in love with Steve Trevor, obviously. Just because
every fight, everybody who fights for something they believe in thinks they're right.
But the thing, no, you're right. But her whole teaching, the Amazon's teaching, is like peace and freedom, and which is not like Nazism at all.
Yeah.
That's like oppression. But okay, so we'll get back to that, guys.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that. So we're talking about Wonder Woman, the TV show, and they get the origin pretty spot on. They really do. She saves Trevor, and he's recuperating. She kind of falls in love with him, and her mother, what was it, hippopotamus or hippopotamus?
Really?
No, I mean it's
Queen Hippopotamus, right?
I don't fucking know how to say it's a ancient Grecian name, so I'm not good with that.
Queen
Can't remember her damn
Hippolyta.
name. Anyway,
It's the mama. It's Wonder Woman's mama. She's a queen, and that makes Wonder Woman a princess.
Let me find her. I know she's a princess. Anyway, but her mother says we got to get Trevor back to the man's world before he sees Paradise Island and brings him back. Well, there's a big contest, and she's forbidden to do it because the queen knows that Wonder Woman or Diana would win, so she forbids her from doing it.
Right.
But she dresses up like somebody else, and she wins, and she takes Trevor back to the man's world and decides to stay there. Well, actually, she has to stay there and she helps with the war.
Yep.
So, and you see all that in the comic or in the TV show. They do a great origin. Now, everything else from there is a little different. Like in the comic book, originally, she runs into this nurse who's crying. Her name is Diana Prince. Okay. and she's in the army, and she's an army nurse, and she's sad because her boyfriend is going to like South America, and she can't go. She doesn't have any money or whatever. Wonder Woman gives him a bunch of money and promises to let her take over her identity. So Wonder Woman takes over Diana Prince's identity, and now Wonder Woman is now the nurse, the army nurse working for military intel. Anyway, so that's not in the show, but they do pretty good. They do pretty good. You know, they get there. Now, the stories in the TV show are great. You know, guys, they're cheesy. It's 1970s, you know, and this is a family show.
And men were chauvinists.
Yeah, you know, shit, I get it. Men can be douches. I can see that. And then, you know, the parlance and the mentality of the times, right? In the 40s, it's a representation that, you know, whatever. But okay, so the guy who created Wonder Woman, his name was William Moulton Marston. Okay. Now this guy is most famous for helping to develop and create the lie detector. And he was like a shrink. He was like a real he's got like a PhD in psychiatrics or whatever, and he's married to his woman. Doesn't really matter, but well, it does matter. So he's writing some, you know, he's a professor and he's not making lots of money, and so he starts writing for these magazines or whatever, and he comes across the soon to be, or not National Periodicals, but it was called something now. That's the precursor to DC Comics. Well, he's writing for them. And he comes out, him and his now. Marston was he was like a feminist, and he and as a psychiatrist, he believed in certain ideas about submission and dominance, and how people need to, when they realize to give into loving dominance, that the world would be better because you're giving in and you're willing to, you know, be under a certain power because it's a good power and it's a loving, caring power. So you're able to give into that. But anyway, so in his life, now this guy's great. I love William Marston. He's fantastic. He's a big polyamorous. He was married to 2 women, you know, secretly. He had 2 kids with each of them. But I mean, and that's pretty progressive in the 1930s to get hitched to 2 chicks and then have children with them, and everybody lives in the same house and stuff. That's pretty progressive. But it was during these times where him and his wife started to develop the character and like what Wonder Woman was supposed to represent. Yeah. You know, strong female, you know, that just as strong and whatever.
Format said he'd probably say the same thing about Linda Carter as you said Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I love her.
She's all right.
Dude, Linda Carter would kick Scarlett Johansson's ass in beauty.
And I told him, I said, you kind of in love with the Linda Carter.
I love her. I mean, I like what's her face. I'm just not in love with her. Anywho's, he threw me off. What was I talking about? Oh, okay, so Marston.
I don't know. I'm just in the chat.
Very progressive guy. You know, he's a feminist. He was a big fetishist as well. You know, first of all, he's living in an alternative lifestyle, and then him and his girls, they have kind of like a sub-dom S&M kind of sexual relationship. So a lot of the early image, like when Marston was writing for Wonder Woman back in the day, there was a lot of like bondage. A lot of bondage, and again, it's him kind of propagandizing his idea of how submitting, you know, to a positive influence is beneficial to everyone, or some shit. But anyway, you can go to his Wikipedia page and see, because I'm not that heavy. I can get heavy, but I mean, he has his own hypothesis of what he believes is to be the best. You know.
Yeah, we don't want to slap an 18 and over on this one. You know.
Oh, he's bad. You know, he's a bad boy.
Yeah, seeing that this is Wonder Woman, and you know, kids might want to hear the origins of Wonder Woman.
I'm not saying. Are you saying that people that are in a polyamorous relationship are bad?
No.
Good girl.
But the thing is,
I get it. But anyway, check him out. There's a movie. about him and his wife would be Elizabeth Holloway, which was another famous psychologist, I guess. And then they both worked on the lie detector. And then their lover was Olive Brine, so that was their third.
Who's Charles Moulton?
That is my pseudonym.
Why don't you write Wonder Woman under your real name? Because most Americans have a low opinion of comic book writers? Or is it something else?
A person is most happy when they are submissive to a loving authority. I want to study her.
She'll break your heart.
You'll be jealous.
I'm your wife, not your jailer.
I think you long for an unconventional life.
Maybe I just want her because you do. You think it's possible to love two people at the same time?
Why not? What is normal?
It can never happen.
The world won't let it.
The world can't stop us.
Is this what you really want?
Dr. Marston, every issue of Wonder Woman is filled with violence, torture, and sadomasochism. This abnormal behavior in your comic is reckless.
A woman must not be told how to use her freedom. She must find out for herself.
If you want to understand the mind of a woman, you can start with that.
You are brilliant, pure of heart, hilarious, ferocious. You are my life.
Wonder Woman has a secret identity. Why is that?
She has to hide her true self from man's world.
What would happen if Wonder Woman's secret identity was revealed?
Everything would be lost.
I wonder if you're the one with the secret identity.
But anyway, it's an interesting story on how this guy, and then like his idea of what he was trying to project in the Wonder Woman comics. You know, just a strong woman, a woman who's prone to peace, not so much like, you know, just wham, shooting everybody and blowing them up. Kind of a counter to what the comic book characters of the day were like.
She could really destroy someone. I mean, she could pick up a boulder and throw it. She could just crush somebody in a fight.
I've got stats
But
of
yet
like what she could do.
You know,
yeah.
she just throws these people. They don't die.
And then another big thing about Marston was that he believed in the idea of reforming people from their mistakes, right? So, like in the comic books, Wonder Woman was like, and I'm talking about Golden Age stuff, guys. I'm not talking about the new shit. I don't know anything fucking about the new Wonder Woman, but I'm talking about the original guy who created it. And whatever, and that's the character that became famous was what he wrote. Anyway, but she always would try to redeem, and what they would do, they had there was another island right off of Paradise Island called like
Not So Paradise Island?
no, it was like Redemption Island or something like that, where like it was like a prison island, but it was just where people go and they reform. It might have been called Reformed Island. But that was their big thing. Changing people, you know, helping them along to make them understand their whatever. Anyway, sounds lame, but it's not. It's a lot of fun. And if you're into the kink shit, it's funny to read a lot of the old stuff because they're total kinksters. And they're like tying each other up and, you know, doing like, you know, the submit this and all the phraseology that he has in there is really great and fun to read. But check that out. But the movie I was talking about, check out Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. Okay, it's a 2017 flick, and that kind of gives a general, you know, again, it's probably Hollywoodized pretty heavily, but pretty interesting. You get a chance to check it out. And again, so check out the first season of Wonder Woman TV show. It's spot on to what the comics would be like. They stay true to who the character was for the most part. She was in love with Trevor. She's not like anti-man, down with the patriarchy bullshit. She was in love with this man, but she was a strong woman.
Right.
I mean, you can be a strong woman and be in love with a man, right? Or you can be a strong woman and be in love with a fucking woman. Whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to. It's just being in love doesn't make you weak.
Right.
You know, love is the strongest thing. Love will conquer all.
Sound like a hippie.
Fucking hippie over here. But no, I can dig on some of Marston's ideas. Pretty cool, you know. I dig Wonder Woman. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But she's not hard to look at either.
I've actually never sat down and watched the old show until today.
You should read the comics. They're great.
I always thought, you know.
Speaking of the comics, guys, in our previous episodes, we've talked about freecomiconline.net. No, comiconlinefree.net. You can read all the fucking Wonder Woman's ever written.
And I have it right here in my bookmarks. So
I read that. I think I read the half a dozen issues of Wonder Woman today to do a little research.
Really?
That's it. So it's not always just fly by seat here. Most of the time it is, but not always. All right, so that's the show. Go check out the show. Some great episodes where she kind of fights up against a Nazi Wonder Woman. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that
That's a good
episode.
episode.
It's labeled as one of the favorites episodes.
Yeah, it's like the meeting of like Brahm something or other. Let me find it real quick.
It has a lot of redemption in it.
Well, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's about. She's about the bad guys redeeming for their
And women, banding together against evil men.
Evil patriarchy, the white devils. The white devils. But yeah, I can't see that episode here, so I'm sure it's here. Let me find it real quick, guys. I think it's the third episode. I don't know. The interweb is acting stupid. No, here we go. So it is Faust.
Yes, Taylor says read an issue of Lola. XOXOXO.
I think I've heard of that one. Is it World War II?
I do not know. He just said it might be clickbait. You tell him it might be clickbait.
Wonder Woman meets Baroness von Gunther.
Oh, that's right.
That's the good shit right there. That's some good stuff. But check that one out. If you watch any of them, watch the first one, like the Wonder Woman movie, the TV movie,
the
pilot, and then watch that episode. It's great.
It's a post-apocalypse comic.
Oh, I think I've heard of Lola. XOXO.
And I like post-apocalypse. I like
man. Some of those are rough.
The Last Man.
Oh, Why the Last Man is a great comic.
Yeah.
I heard the show already got canceled. They did one season and canceled it.
Probably. That would be a hard show to do. If you really think about it. It's like...
It might be.
Without pissing someone off.
Yeah, with getting the politics, it'd be pretty shitty, but no.
I would have watched it.
Okay, so let's jump back into it. So the next incarnation of Wonder Woman, that's okay. This one's hard for me, guys. Like the Captain America movie, Captain America: First Avenger. Okay. The damn studio got all fucking pussy and weak in the knees and went the way of PC.
I used to want to save the world. This beautiful place. But the closer you get, the more you see the great darkness within. I learned this the hard way. A long, long time ago.
What is your mission?
To stop the war.
What war?
The war to end all wars. Weapons far deadlier than you can ever imagine.
The war can be ours.
Wherever you are in more danger than you think.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost.
Be careful, Diana.
Who is this woman?
She's my secretary, sir. She's a very good secretary.
It is our sacred duty to defend the world, and it's what I'm going to do.
Possibly fight in this.
Fight? We use our principles, although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
Okay, they expunged the Nazis from the whole fucking thing, pretty much. Okay, now Wonder Woman 2017. Okay, they introduced Wonder Woman into the DC expanded universe, whatever the fuck it's called, and they fuck it up. They fucked the thing up. I mean, how can you fuck it up? But they fucked it up. So now let's just go through the basics here. Okay, so it stars Gal Gadot.
Lovely lady.
Gorgeous. I think she does a pretty good Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I do.
I think it was writing. I think it was writing.
Okay, so I think they captured the gist of Wonder Woman in this movie. But again, I just can't get over it's not set in World War II.
Yeah.
But that's the whole fucking character. And what does the Kaiser Wilhelm have anything on Hitler? Nothing. Fucking no. It's just dumb. It's like anyway. So they basically get the origin right in the 2017 movie, okay, where he crashes and she finds him and returns him, whatever, okay, but it's all set in fucking in the 19 teens. So it's World War I, okay, and Trevor or whatever I don't even think they call him Trevor in this one. I think it's let's see who it is. It is Steve Trevor. But he's
Major Steve Trevor.
He's an American pilot in World War I, and Wonder Woman goes and fights the Wilhelm Empire, the fucking Germans of World War I. World War I. What the fuck? And guys, there's some great scenes in that movie, like World War I combat, and it was cool to see Wonder Woman like running down running through the trenches or on no man's land and fighting a bunch of fucking Germans. But guess what would have been cooler? She was beating the fuck out of a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah, and they would have went with how it was originally written
instead
of going a different way. Sometimes to go in a different way is,
why? Why would
they were afraid to put Nazis on TV.
Well, yeah, of course. They don't because they want to put it in their marketing or what. But the thing is, guys, it's like they had it. She's fighting against Germans. They did everything but make it in World War II. They put her in a world war.
Right.
They're fighting Germans. Trevor's an American pilot.
Right.
So it's basically the whole fucking origin, but they puss out at the very end, at the very beginning, I should say, and they make it World War I instead of World War II.
Yeah.
She was. And listen, guys, I'm not a goddamn fucking pro-Nazi. I'm not for fascism and all that bullshit.
Nope.
Okay, but. What is worse? What is a worse enemy than a fucking Nazi? I'm talking about a World War II, like an early 40s, late 30s fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
They're pinnacle of fucking, they're one of the most successful countries on the planet. They got all this tech. There's all this motivation. Their country's growing. I'm talking about Nazi. That's when it all starts. It's
like evil as hell. Like
it's evil. It's not like these guys aren't going to be pushovers to fight. They're fucking tough.
Yeah.
And they're fucking got ideologies that are completely alien to what a lot of people believe in. and they were going to force it on people. I mean, Kaiser Wilhelm. None of that shit. World War I was about empires and shit, colonies and fucking the remnants of that bullshit. It wasn't about fucking fascism ripping across the world, subjugating people, enslaving people, exterminating people. It had nothing to do with that. So when you have Wonder Woman who was created at a time of that fear and that desperation, right?
Yeah.
And make her into a strong person to fight against it. It
really is a punch in the.
It is. It's a punch in the nuts. It's true. I can't get over it. Now, the movie in itself, if it wasn't Wonder Woman, and if this was like, this was Trench Tina.
Who's that?
I just made it up.
Oh.
And she was like a whole new character, superhero character that was in World War I fighting against the Germans. Fantastic movie. Fantastic.
What if they would have put your Captain America in like the War of 1812? It wouldn't have been the same.
No, it's not. It's not the fucking same. I mean, even if you put Cap in like Vietnam,
it's weird.
It's not the fucking same.
Or
it's not.
His origins be in Vietnam instead of.
Yeah, it would be like. But and then like one of the biggest disingenuous thing I think that happened to Wonder Woman was when fucking DC did their Crisis on Infinite Earths. When they decided to just retcon the entire fucking DC storyline and get rid of, because they have all these characters from the 30s and 40s, right? So then it's now the 80s, and you got Superman being 50, 60 years old or 70 years old, and they're trying to modernize all their fucking characters.
I have a question. Is DC now owned by Disney?
No.
Okay.
I believe DC is owned by Time Warner.
Is it?
I believe so.
I thought Time Warner was Disney.
Let me check real quick. I'm on Wiki right here.
My point being is technically it would make Wonder Woman a Disney princess.
No, she's not part of Disney.
No, I mean if it's owned by Disney now.
I don't think,
because she is a princess.
No, I don't think Disney bought Marvel, guys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Warner Brothers still owns DC.
Well, that's disappointing.
So, God, you don't want Disney. They bought Star Wars, and look where that fucking.
Well, that's different.
It's not. They just fucked that up too.
True. Yeah.
That was painful. That's for a whole different channel. But no, so the Wonder Woman 2017 is a fun movie. And it's got some good action. I think Gal does a good job.
She's pretty.
She's not Linda Carter.
No.
She doesn't have the heart. No. And just like...
She looks like she goes to the gym. Linda Carter she looked like she was naturally that way.
When I saw Linda Carter, I just believed that she was fucking Wonder Woman.
Right.
This chick, she's an actress.
Yeah.
Playing Wonder Woman.
She had to go to the gym, get a workout, learn fighting skills.
No, but she looks great. I mean, she looks great. I mean... And I think, it gets a little PC-ish in there too. But that's what Marston originally wrote it as a propaganda piece for his idea of of his lifestyle and what he believes psychiatrically.
So it really doesn't make any difference.
So it doesn't matter. I mean, but again, it's a good show. If you can get past it being a World War I, which I couldn't. I'm just a pussy, I guess, but I just can't handle it. But worth watching once just to check it out. Now, the Wonder Woman 1980 sucks ass. Don't even fucking bother.
I haven't seen it yet.
Or 84.
I will watch it.
It was ass. It was shit.
I'm still gonna watch it.
It was shit. It's like anyway. She does a bunch of shit in that movie. That Wonder Woman, like
Is she saving soccer moms? What's going on?
No, she puts Trevor in some other guy's body. And then uses that body for her own whims. And Trevor's whim. That's not what that's slavery.
Woman.
That's not Wonder Woman. Anyway, that's just getting to the nitty gritty. But it was kind of
hate men. She just wanted women to be stronger.
Well, she just wanted women to be equal.
Well, that and she had some confrontations in the show with weak women, like women. Who
she expects more.
She expects more. She goes. I demand respect out of you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
it's that dominance that Wonder Woman gives out.
Exactly, and she expects that from other women, and
Dude,
she brings
Trevor
that out in other women.
Trevor is such a friggin' sub too, man. Because when he's with Wonder Woman, he's just like goo goo eyes, right?
I feel empowered. You're in trouble.
Woo! All right, let's play some Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor tonight.
No, I'm talking about women's rights, and I'm fixing.
I'm all about women's rights. What the fuck?
But it powered me up.
But okay, so let's keep going. So that movie, and the reason we're mentioning it is because it looks like it was written for World War II, but they filmed it in World War I, so you can get the correlations between that and whatnot. So.
Minnie Warma disagrees with you on World War 80 or Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, yeah, I'm just not a fan of it.
He says it's great, and
it's not
Linda Carter cameo at the end. He loved it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it has Cheetah in it. He said, "I don't know who Cheetah is."
Oh my God, was that the shittiest Cheetah? It's that comedian
chick.
Cheetah
is.
Dude, have you ever, Brian? You need to read some like Wonder Woman, like maybe George Perez's run with Cheetah in it. She's fucking badass. She's not some fucking SNL comedian bouncing around a stunt double. It's just not working.
Could you imagine if I had the lasso of truth power? Oh my God.
What would you learn?
I don't know.
You wouldn't learn anything I haven't already told you.
No, from other people. I'd be like, am I going to get that raise, boss? Well, maybe. Tell me now. You know, like, no.
What if they said no?
Yeah, he'd probably be like, no.
You start spinning around.
We're thinking about firing you next week. Wonder
Man, hell. She wants that raise. Wonder Man, hell. You just got raised because you're so badass.
I know.
Sorry, folks. Anyway, back to it. Okay, so
to prove it.
Check out the movie if you want. Just look at the pictures. Probably get the gist of it. Stick with the movie. So we're still at the movie here, or at the show is the best, other than the comics, obviously. Okay, so then the next thing we have in the World War II era would be I just missed it. It was the Just Society World War II.
They've taken control of most of Europe and Russia.
Merciful heaven, an invasion.
That's not all, Mr. President.
I take it that's where your big idea comes in.
Let me introduce you to the team.
We said we would end this war. Too many people have died. We can stop this. We need to utilize every metahuman we can.
Who've you got there, Wonder Woman? I'm from the future. It's not impossible.
Are you ready to end this war?
I thought you'd never ask.
Then, welcome to the team.
If this goes haywire, blame the new guy.
Turns out the Nazis are launching a surprise attack.
Then we stop them.
Mother of God.
Kid, you ain't seen nothing yet.
So that basically is an animated movie about World War II, and this is DC's Earth 2. What fucking these I love how they just convolute the fuck out of all comic book characters. So what they do is they just put them in different dimensions. Yeah. Like this is Earth 78, or this is Earth 1, or this is Earth 1832.
Like you told me, there's different universes.
Yeah, so it's just
like.
And it just waters down the fucking character.
Just like Captain America and Wonder Woman was in the same place at the same time, but they never met.
But they're different publishers.
But how could they be? I mean, they're the only two superheroes running around World War II.
Superman?
Yeah, you don't count. But I don't like Superman.
Shit, you have all the All-Star Squadron. You've got all winners.
But that's what I'm talking about. There's different
You got
universes, but they never
Phantom
meet because the names, but
Captain
they were
Marvel.
there at the same time.
Yeah, but they're different publishers.
I know that, but it's set in a real time, a real war.
Yeah.
So.
What?
Yeah. Whatever.
But anyway, check out this animated.
We're going into dimensions.
She's getting all heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah, check out this Just Society World War II. Again, Nazi Germany, fighting.
I might enjoy your hot cocoa.
Ooh, hot cocoa. And it has
Merry Christmas.
Some of the modern era guys, but it also has the Golden Age Flash, and it looks like I'm not sure who's. I haven't seen it, guys. I have to admit, I haven't seen this one.
Which one?
This animated one, the Just Society of World War II. I have not watched it.
So far, so much for your research.
I saw it right towards the end. So it's got. Let me see the Golden Age people in it would be the Flash. It would be Jay Garrick, not Barry Allen. Barry Allen's the '80s Flash. Hawkman is in it. Superman's in it. Trevor's in it. Ooh, Hourman. That's cool. That's a golden age.
When we were watching that documentary
Dr.
earlier,
Fate, that's a golden age.
They said that she had pretty much the Flash's ability, his
we'll get
speed.
there. We'll get there.
But in the show, I'm talking about the show, it doesn't really show that.
Well, because it costs lots of money to make those kind of effects.
And you said something about her voice. She can change her voice and stuff.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the comic?
No, so in the TV show, she's able to mimic people's voice accurately, perfectly. I've never read that. I don't know what that's just. That might have been a movie thing or a TV show thing, but I've never. But the TV show is the one that's started the spinning, and she turns into one more, which is awesome. Fucking great.
See, I'm new to the Wonder Woman universe, and
she's awesome.
I thought it was a little cheesemo. I see in the
It is cheesy, but it's cool cheesy.
Yeah.
It's good cheesy. It makes you
I didn't
happy.
find it cheesy at all. I was.
It should empower you. It makes you cool. Yeah, it's fucking cool. It's good versus evil. It's the classic story. You don't want all this gray fucking PC bullshit.
Let's have a good guy. E.S. Taylor, and Merry Christmas to your family, everybody.
All right, guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. Very cool.
Him and Wilmot.
All right, guys. Brian, Eric, good to see you, man. You guys have a good Christmas. We'll see you next week. So check out those 3 movies. Again, the Wonder Woman first season TV show, the 70s TV show. Excellent. Check out Wonder Woman, the 2017. If you can get past, just imagine that she's fighting Nazis. Then it's good.
I do want some of those bracelets. Those are fantastic.
Bracelets of submission. They're called the bracelets of submission. You want them now?
Huh?
They're called the bracelets of submission.
I want them for Christmas, and I want them to have the red star.
Okay, so check out the movies, and then check out Justice Society World War II. That has Wonder Woman in there. So give it. I haven't seen that one yet, but from what I read, it looks pretty cool. So it's set in kind of they go to World War II and they kind of deal with all that. It's pretty neat. Cool. All right, so let's jump into it. Wonder Woman as a gaming piece in your weird World War II battles. She's a badass, guys. A badass. Okay? We already talked about her origin. So when she's in the States, she basically is a freelancer. She's not really working for the government. She's just kind of saving people that needs to be saved.
Right.
She is following Steve Trevor, and Trevor is in the U.S. military. He's in the Army.
Didn't you say in the show she was a naval instead of...
Yeah, so in the TV show, she's a naval nurse, but in the comics, she's an Army nurse. But it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, it's just that's
just
fine.
A thing.
That's a thing. So, okay, so let's do some Wonder Woman statistics, okay? And I've got some of these. So her origins from All-Star Comics 8. Yeah, All-Star 8. I think it's All-Star Comics 8. So Wonder Woman. Okay, so her name is Diana, but she takes the guise of Diana Prince when she gets to America. She basically buys the identity of this woman who needs to run off with her husband. So she just basically takes her identity. Now she's a princess of Paradise Island, which Paradise Island is run the Amazons of Greek mythology. That's where the Amazons, the Amazons that fought Hercules and all that shit. They're the ones who live on Paradise Island. They escaped the Greeks and they all went to there, and that's where the Amazons live, in Paradise Island. And Prince Diana, she was created by her mother, the queen.
Clay?
Yeah, by like the sand. Yeah, by the earth.
Yeah.
And then I think who was it? Hera came down. I think.
Wrong. It's Aphrodite, loser. Aphrodite.
And then she became a living, baby or a living kid, and started to be badass and live with the Amazons and whatnot.
Hey, Jay's here.
Jay boy, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. So now during World War II, she would be affiliated with a couple groups. She would be affiliated with the Justice Society of America, and then the All-Star Squadron. Now, I would probably if you're like a purist, okay, and you want to just stick in the Golden Age, just stick with the Justice Society of America. The All-Star Squadron was kind of like a 70s thing, I think. But yeah, so she's based out of DC. She works in DC, but again, she flies around, does whatever. All right, so
in her invisible jet.
In her invisible plane. Oh. This is World War II. She hasn't got a jet yet.
Can you make rules for the plane?
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Remember she got shot down that one game we played?
She sure did. We did play her.
It was awesome.
But
she captured that
America
so good.
with her
Batman.
That's right.
In the bat gyro.
That was an interesting game.
That was a fun game. All right, so back to it. So Wonder Woman. Okay, so powers, guys. So Wonder Woman's powers. Now, she is. They say that during her, like the Golden Age Wonder Woman, her powers would be close to that of Superman level. Okay, she was able to jump like really high and really far. She was able to. She couldn't fly. That's a new thing.
She just jumps really high.
She just jumps really high. Kind of like Superman back in the Golden Era. Mm-hmm. He didn't fly like you see him today. He would jump. He'd leap and stuff, right? Okay, so let's see. Let me read. So It says in here in the stats, and most of these stats are coming from who's who in the DC universe, which was kind of like an almanac or something, like during I think it was the 80s, and they would just basically tell about kind of like the Marvel counterpart, the official guide to the Marvel comic books. But it basically tells their story and their stats and what they can and can't do or whatever. So it says that she was able to hoist 50,000-pound boulder over her head. Okay?
Right.
So that's pretty badass. She's a strong girl. Now, and she could do she's not human, guys. So first of all, just get that out of your head. She's a superhuman. Okay? She's
born of clay. How superhuman?
Yeah, she's not.
That's non-human.
So she's not just a really awesome woman. She's like a fucking Wonder Woman. She's superhuman. And she's backed, she's backed by all the kind of powers and influences of the Greek and Roman gods. Okay, so she can run super fast. She can jump real high. She's real strong. Now she had the ability. She had certain psychic abilities too in the Golden Age. She had this. She could do this. She could do ESP, limited ESP. She had this telepathy that they called mental radio.
Really?
So she could talk to people with her mind and shit. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now she had a couple. Her most. She's masterful athlete, masterful everything. Acrobatic fighter, strategist. She's proficient in all weaponry that she comes in contact with. Most of it is the ancient Greek kind of weapon. She has the invisible plane,
which I love.
Which is freaking awesome. That's what she takes. I guess the Amazons create that, and that's what she uses to bring Trevor back home. But she has her invisible plane. That's a constant thing. Mm-hmm. Now she has the bracelets of submission.
which I love.
All the Amazons get these bracelets, right? At a certain age, like they're coming of age or whatever. And then the bracelets of submission. And what that does, they basically give their allegiance to Aphrodite or Athena. Okay, so Wonder Woman is beautiful as Aphrodite. Okay, that's the goddess of love.
Right.
Wise is Athena. Athena is the god of the hunt. Okay.
Okay. And Hera is the goddess of women, marriage, family, and childbirth in ancient Greek religion.
Yeah. Hermes, she's swift as Hermes. So Hermes is the guy that runs real fast with the wings on his
I
helmet.
thought that was Achilles.
No, that's also it's also considered Mercury. In Roman,
Mercury.
It's in Rome it's Mercury, but in Greek it's Hermes. So she's as fast as Hermes, and she's stronger than Hercules. So that's a pretty badass chick right there.
I mean, she lifts cars.
Yeah, dude.
Man, she does so much.
Now she's able to like she had that telepathy, that mental radios, whatever they call it, and she can speak almost any language on the earth. You know, she's super smart and all this stuff. Now she's given the bracelets of submission, which are made from Athena's Aegis, which is the Aegis was a shield of Athena, and it's supposed to be indestructible. So, but these bracelets are made from that, so that's how she's able to, like, you know, deflect bullets and shit.
She has
with the
to be
bracelets.
pretty inhuman to be that bad.
Well, that's Hermes. That's her speed of Hermes.
Yeah. She can do machine gun fire. Yeah, love it. I love it.
Then she has the lasso of truth, everybody. You know that one. That is made from the girdle of Gaia. Gaia being the mother of all, like the Mother Earth.
Online, I would love this just to use in everyday normal life, like at the grocery store.
Like,
you know, gym.
give me coupons.
Yeah. Is this really worth it? Did you really cook this today? You know, because you never know.
It's true.
Sushi might have been there for 3 days.
That's true. So her lasso of truth. So what that allows you to do is it compels anyone in its, you know, wrapped up in it to tell the truth. Okay, so tell the truth. Now, Wonder Woman, her powers dissipate, or they negated if she's wrapped up in the lasso. Okay. And also if she's chained, if her lassos of submission are chained together by a man, quote, by a man, her powers are extinguished.
What about when she's in her Diane Prince form?
Yeah, I mean, she's
you
still
never see
superhuman.
On the show, you know.
She's just in disguise.
Yeah, but does she still have the same powers?
Yeah,
She don't have the uniform on.
No, the uniform has nothing to do with
it. The costume or whatever.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
But in the show, they say the belt is her power, and without it, she's...
Well, she carries on the power of the... she probably just wears the belt. You heard it?
Yeah, my arm hurts.
Oh, yeah, guys, we got our boosters today.
Yeah, it hurt. They hurt more than the real shot.
Stop scaring people. Stop.
It hurts.
Okay, so... and then she also... This was a weird one. I don't remember reading this, but she created this thing called the Purple Ray.
Ooh.
What that does, it heals people, like even gravest injuries, it heals people. But I think that was just a one-off kind of...
so that's also in the game. You wrote rules for that.
No. So I'm just kind of telling them some of their shit.
Okay. And these are all the things that we can use.
For the game. So, okay, so let's get back to the game. Okay, so in your game, Wonder Woman. Let's see. Can you see it?
Yes.
Wonder Woman. She's a wonder. Wonder Woman. That's in her original garb right there in her dress.
Getting this out from under.
Okay, so using Wonder Woman now, since she, you know, I mean, you can use her however you want, but you know, she's not really affiliated with any kind of military organization. She fights in America. She believes in the American ideals. You know, it's intended ideals, but you know, she doesn't work for the government per se. So you can pretty much use her for any allied or any you know, non-fascist you know, army list or whatever. Now you're gonna have to make her like superhuman, guys. So obviously make her faster than your normal troops. Make her stronger, like in her close combat, she gets a bunch of modifiers or extra dice or whatever it might be. You know, although she doesn't really in the game or not the game in the comics, you know, she's not a lethal fighter. She tries to usually subdue the people and then like try to reform them or whatever. So if you want to get diehard like that, I mean, you can come up with some rules where, you know, when Wonder Woman fights, you know, maybe she has penalties against her because she won't like kill. But I mean, I'm sure if it came to, you know, life or death, she, you know, do lethal force. So make her tough, guys. Make her, you know, I mean, and again, the comics, they kind of say that she's close to Superman in strength and abilities and agilities and whatever of the Golden Age Superman. Right. So you've got that. Now, like we're talking about her equipment, her bracelets of submission, definitely give that this maybe some sort of armor protection or some sort of cover save or something, you know, give her the ability, because she can like deflect pretty much anything. Maybe she's immune to small arms fire. The only way you can kill her is like explosives or like heavy, like large caliber weapons. That might be interesting.
Fast, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
you'd have to give her something because she's as fast as a flash. She can just get out of the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wrote rules for the Flash, guys. He's like OP like a mother.
Then that's who I'll be playing.
Well, the only thing about like if you're talking like she can run as fast as the Flash, you got to think she's on a battlefield and there's all sorts of shit happening. Yeah. She could probably be running into shit like shrapnel and bullets. Yeah. You know, because she can run so fast, she may be endangering herself because she's moving into a wider space. Sure. Where she could pick up all these, like, you know. But I guess if she moves, it just kind of bounces off her because she's going faster. But I don't know. That's the thing. It's like you could punch something like super fast and just destroy like a tank or something. Probably. You just like this.
It'll only take 1,000 years.
Yeah, but I mean, no, it wouldn't if you're super fast. You can just like basically hammer a hole in something really quick. Because anyway, but make it really fast. Not like, I mean, and again, Wonder Woman is one of the top tier superheroes. Yeah. And it's really hard to play a fair game with her.
Because she's inhuman.
Yeah, she's superhuman. She's super tough, so you can definitely have to modify some sort of, you know, when she takes a wound or whatever, you know, she negates so many wounds or whatever it might be because she's like super, you know, like resilient. Right. Now, you know, you can use the invisible jet for whatever. Maybe that's a, you know, could put in a mission or something or whatever. But she definitely probably more in depth or more apt to be with the Americans because more than likely Trevor is with the American military, and so she's probably kind of watching him. Yeah. So you know that might be an army that she follows along. Or if you want to get really crazy, you can use the army of the Amazons. Oh. You can take Amazonian troops with her on your battlefield. You know, she calls some of the sisters using her mental radio, go, ladies, I need some help. We got some jerk faces over here. All of a sudden, like, there's a bunch of Amazonian, like, warrior, like a phalanx of Amazonians or some shit. You can work that into a weird World War II game. Shit, that'd be awesome. She calls in for reinforcements, and all of a sudden there's, like, a phalanx of Amazonians. That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
That'd be super cool. Now, her bracelets obviously should give her some sort of defense. The lasso of truth, that could probably be used as a close combat weapon. Maybe, you know? Right. You grab people, like throw them or something, or just hit them. Or just hitting them with it. Yeah. You could probably kill somebody with that. It might be great.
But you don't want to kill nobody.
That's true, but I mean, if she had to, I suppose she could. So you could give her a ranged close combat attack with her lasso.
With her moral backbone, would she have killed Hitler?
If she had the opportunity?
If she was face to face with him, had the
probably not. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think she would. She would like grab him, and then she'd probably take him to be reformed.
Really?
Yeah, and in the classic mentality of Wonder Woman, she would want to try to reform people. Yeah. She doesn't necessarily want to kill them. She wants to reform them and make them see the error of their ways or some shit. But that's just, I mean, that's Marston's ideal of what, you know, he wanted Wonder Woman to do. He wanted her to conquer the world with love, not hate, and then try to help people come into her understanding. So, but I mean, if you're just playing to play, yeah, he'd kill him. But if you're staying true to the character, probably not. Probably would. But so the lasso of truth can also be good like role playing device too, because you can use that to like if she gets to the if she gets to your commander, that commander just spills the beans and gives up your whole plans and everything. So that might be a good mission objective is get Wonder Woman to the enemy commander, and then being base to base with him, she could do the lasso of truth and get all the info she needs. So that'd be pretty cool. Now that's about the. She only really has those two. Now, throughout the history of her tiara was like razor sharp, and she could throw it like a frisbee, and it would fly and
boomerang.
Like a boomerang. She could use it like a boomerang, like a razor sharp boomerang, and it would like return to her. She also had she would get the ceremonial like war armor, like all gold, and it had like wings on it and stuff. And she would have like, again, she'd have like ancient Greek weaponry, like swords and shields and stuff. So she would have access to that kind of stuff. Now, you can throw any kind of magic at her if you want. If you want to create your own weapons, kind of center it around like Greek mythology, and that'll really keep in the flavor of what she was written for or written as. So have a big shield, maybe get access to Athena's actual Aegeus, the Aegeus shield, where she's like maybe the shield is almost like a Captain America shield. It's indestructible, but it's magical. It's not like some scientific alloy. It's like magic. So you can do all sorts of stuff with Wonder Woman. I mean, you could role play if you really want to get creative. Keep her on her moral high ground and play in that way, and that'd be pretty hard to do. Or you can just use her as a fucking OP badass character and just wipe the battlefield. I'm sure she would pick up a weapon if like a gun or whatever, if the situation was dire.
I don't know if she'd use
it. Well, if we're talking about the Golden Age, she probably wouldn't. Yeah. Because Marston was against that. He wanted to do the anti-violence like character. So he tried to do that, submission and like redemption and all that shit. So, but Wonder Woman's a really fun character. Minis wise, now this is a HeroClix mini that was just repainted. My buddy Mishi painted that.
Yep. And we have an interview in our videos with Mishi.
We do. Mishi's a fucking master painter,
He's
guys.
Very
He's
good.
incredible.
Very, very talented.
He has pictures of that Wonder Woman. I'll put some pictures up here, and here, and here, and here,
everywhere,
and here in the director's cut, so you can check them out. But yeah, they go through the HeroClix. I think that DC has a superhero like game. I can't remember what it's called, DC Crisis or something like that. But the Wonder Woman that they sell, I believe, is the modern day Wonder Woman. So it's not like the red, white, and blue. It's like the gold and like red or I can't remember what it was. It's more the 2000 the Gale Wonder Woman looks like her. They might have some. But there's stuff out there to represent Wonder Woman. What's cool about Wonder Woman's costume is that, I mean, if you can get just away from the current costume, she pretty much, throughout all her creations, she pretty much kept the same look. She had the golden eagle boobs, and she originally had a dress on, but then they just made it like
they made
shorts.
It detachable. That's what they said. So
yeah,
she could take it off.
She could take it off or whatever she wanted to.
Or
it was funny because I read an article where the reason they changed from a dress to like these pants is because in the comics, as she's being drawn, the thing would be up in her face most of the time because she'd be like falling down or she'd be kicking and the dress would be open or whatever. So I guess they just got away with that. But yeah, she's a lot of fun. And then like if you throw in the Justice Society with her, that's a whole bunch of other superheroes, Hawkman and Starman and the Atom and Dr. Fate. Who else?
There's a module out It's called DC Heroes Strangers in Paradise Wonder Woman role-playing module.
Yeah, the old DC superheroes role-playing game had some pretty cool
that's interesting.
modules, yeah.
Yeah. So, kind of
But
neat.
yeah, that was George Perez kind of re-kicked off Wonder Woman in the 80s and it kind of modernized her. But great books, still great books.
They make a shield, a kid's shield.
Oh, cool.
They're so cool.
There
It's
you
a
go.
round shield. It kind of looks
Could
like
be the shield of Aegeus.
Yeah. It kind of looks like Captain
true.
America's shield,
Yeah.
except it's all gold with a.
The Wonder Woman in the middle. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, guys. So again, Wonder Woman obviously fight for the Allies, would not be fighting for the Germans. Now she had a bunch of interesting enemies. The Golden Age enemies were a lot of them were just one-offs, but she had a Nazi counterpart, you know, Uber woman or whatever the hell. But so she was just a woman Nazi. So you can all come up all superhero versus superhero. That's one way to reduce her powers is create a something to go against her. So basically, in the game, you have her counterpart fighting against her,
Right.
where the rest of the armies are fighting each other or whatever, and then maybe get a sneaky shot in. Max Lord, what about him? Oh, these are
These are-
enemies.
yeah, the
Max
enemies.
Lord's your enemy.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah. And then you got
Golden Age. I mean, I'm not. She'd have Giganta,
Ooh, Medusa.
Cheetah.
She would have gotten to Medusa.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know that one.
Maybe it's part of the anime.
Okay, yes, but she fights against a lot of ancient Greek monsters and gods and stuff.
Baroness.
There's
there
Von
it is.
Gunther. Yeah, Baroness Paula von Gunther.
Gunther.
That's her Nazi counterpart.
Yeah, that was.
So-
She was kind of funny.
I don't know who that is.
That's Silver
Silver
Swan.
Swan. Don't know who that is.
Yeah. Genocide.
Don't know who that is. Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah. But yeah.
First.
There's some Dr. Psycho.
Dr. Psycho. He's pretty cool, but he's more of a. No, Dr. Psycho's Golden Age, I think.
Yeah.
Cersei.
Cirque. Cirque.
Giganta. She's badass. I have her. Many of her.
She's huge. She's like.
She's big. She's like Giganta is like an enemy that would grow, like really tall. She
here's
turned into
Cheetah.
a cheetah. Yeah. I'd say Cheetah is her arch nemesis.
Yeah.
She's been one of her longest enemies.
Wow. It's Superman.
No.
That's what it says.
I know. Let me see. Batman will be one. Oh, okay, yeah, Ares. Okay.
Ares.
Yeah, in the 80s, and I think the 80s, when George Perez rebooted it all, Ares was like the enemy of her. But Ares, again, is the god of war in Greek mythology. But yeah, give her a chance, you guys. If you come up with some cool gaming ideas, let us know about it. I have rules for her in my Battleground World War II. When I get it all typed up, I'll shoot it up on the website so you guys can check it out. But again, she's an OP superhero. She's not like, she's not like, I guess.
Put her on the field pretty much she's guaranteed to win. Almost.
I mean, you're gonna have to hit her with some heavy ordnance. So, like, if she's going up against a tank platoon or
Walkers,
like
maybe?
some heavy weapon, you definitely need to reduce her. You're gonna have to like heavy weapon her or have a super on your side that can like give it to her just as much as she can give it back. So, but it's a cool character. I mean, if anything, to be on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Just you're doing a battle report and you have Wonder Woman, on the field. That's freaking awesome. But don't forget, Wonder Woman's World War II, guys.
Yes.
Don't fall for this fucking 2017 bullshit. She came around in 41, not 1915 or 16, or the hell. But all right, guys. I think that's about it. You got anything, baby? Mel really got into Wonder Woman. So
I did. I really got into it.
She's a cool character.
I sat and wondered if Captain America kept on coming in my head because it is weird work too.
Yeah.
I wonder if she would have fell in love with Captain America because he is like moral and.
I don't think so because I think Cap was all about fighting for freedom.
But she is too, and she probably would have respected that.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. It's
know,
possible.
Because they respect the truth. On Paradise Island. So.
I mean,
I really got into it today. I was like,
man, she's getting all like.
I was
what ifs?
glued, and usually when I watch TV shows, I just kind of I'm on my computer,
Doing something
or my
else, yeah.
phone,
But
or
she's,
I'm
like, watching it.
I'm kind of in the background, but this one I like sat down for hours and.
It's a good show. It's a good show. Give it a try. It's the best depiction of at least live action media.
I need one of those tiaras. I want one of those.
Well, next time we see Mel, she might be dressed up like Wonder Woman.
My new.
She'll be jumping around the house.
Yep.
Her lasso of truth.
Are you gonna do dishes today?
No.
Knew it.
I knew that bastard. All right, guys. You good, baby?
I'm good.
Mel gives a thumbs up to Wonder Woman season 1
And
from the TV show.
I'm looking forward to putting her on the tabletop and me playing her.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd love to see if I can take her down.
Yep.
With my
everything. You're gonna have to bring everything.
I'll have to bring I'll have to pull in some Marvel firepower because Marvel has a bunch of great
Don't
Nazi.
bring Captain America because
No.
I'll fall in love with him.
No, I mean if I'm fighting against Wonder Woman, I'll be like the bad guys. I'll be the Nazis, or the Japanese, or something, or the Italians. But I have to come up with some. They got some pretty. Marvel has some better, like World War II era baddies than DC does.
How do you think she would pair up against like the bad guy with Captain America? The
Red Skull?
Red
She
Skull.
kicked it. Well, I mean, again, I think Red Skull would use her morality against her.
Yeah.
I think he would submit and give up, and she would try to rehabilitate him, and he would just turn on her the minute he could.
Yeah.
I think that's how the Red Skull gets away from Wonder Woman. He just plays the part. Maybe goes into the whole I need to be reformed. I'm sorry, and then just from there he's able to springboard into whatever his next evil deed is. Because Johann Schmidt is pure evil, pure fucking evil. Some people say there's no such thing as pure evil or pure good.
Yeah, it'd be just interesting.
Red
for her
fucking
to fight
skull,
somebody
pure
who can't
evil.
Be. I mean, there are.
Well,
people
there's
who
some of
cannot be
there's stories like that.
Yeah.
It's I cannot be redeemed, or whatever. So it hurts her heart because she surely is concerned for these individuals.
Right.
It's why do you do these bad things? You need to learn not to because you need to learn why it's not good.
Yeah.
But then if they don't learn, then
So she's lawful.
oh my god,
We've been going through this for.
there's no such thing as lawful.
Well, lawful can be a thing.
No, it's not. You're already lawful. You can't be more lawful than lawful.
Yeah, you can.
You can be a falafel.
What the hell?
But you can't be lawful.
Okay.
You're about to kick off our Pathfinder campaign again, and she's big into alignments right now. She's like, who would that alignment be?
Lawful.
And I say, probably lawful good. And she's like, you mean lawful. I'm like, no, she's lawful in that she has a moral code and these rules that she follows, right?
Right.
And then she's good. She's a good-natured person.
Right.
And she does things that are good. So that'd be lawful good.
But neutral or good still does things for their own good too. And
Yeah, I mean,
not.
lawful neutral would be like a cop. He's only a cop because he's getting fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
He goes into harm's way because he gets fucking paid.
So she would be kind of like a paladin.
Yes. Wonder Woman would be a paladin.
Okay.
It's exactly. She would she'd get her power. She'd get her divine powers from Hera and the Greek gods that she
But wouldn't
worships.
that be a cleric also?
Yeah, well, paladins are clerics and fighters together.
Okay.
They got limited spellcasting ability.
Yeah.
Just as long as they follow the
So
edicts of their
You can put
of their
Wonder
god.
Woman into your other games too.
Yeah,
Every game.
there you go. I didn't even think about it. You can
Yeah.
throw Wonder Woman's character. That'd be a cool role-playing character.
Yeah,
you
she
know?
goes. I mean, we made Hitler go back in time with the dinosaurs. What's to say we throw Wonder Woman back in
Well,
time?
Wonder Woman would be the classic argument about taking a paladin in your party.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because if you stay true to a paladin and his edicts of his god and everything, right? There's a lot of shit you can't do.
You know what?
Because he won't let you.
They did make a show about this that we're talking about. It was called Xena, Princess Warrior. Remember?
Warrior Princess?
Yeah.
She was a
Warrior
paladin?
Princess. No, but she kind of reminds me of if you put Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah,
back in-
Xena was very Wonder Womanish.
Yeah, she wasn't
Oh
inhuman.
man, she's so hot too.
But she
what
was.
her name?
Lucy Lawless.
I know.
I fucking forgot
Have
who
to
was
Google.
Xena. Yeah, my brain's fried.
But yeah.
But
But yeah, that would be my vision.
But that's a good
Other
depiction
than-
of Wonder
yeah.
Woman, like in a D&D mindset would be. Yeah, give it a try. Yeah, she's awful good. I mean, she's a paladin, so you got a goody two shoes in your party. That's no fun.
A lawful character.
lawful,
Super lawful.
super duper lawful.
Yeah.
But she's good though too. You can be lawful evil.
I can be lawful good.
There you go. You heard it here first, guys. The newest alignment for Wonder Woman, made specifically for Wonder Woman.
Lawful good.
Lawful good. All right, guys. Well, I hope this wasn't too much boring.
Sorry.
So go check out our website tonight, which is Army. I just let me. I don't want to tell you the wrong one. EasyArmy.com.
Yeah.
That'll help you make those Army lists quicker, and get all those special rules so you don't forget. And you can print it out, or you can put it in a PDF and put it on your phone, or whatever the hell you modern folks do. I'm not sure what you guys do.
Screenshot. Who knows?
But check that out. See what you think. Swing over. Definitely watch the first season of Wonder Woman TV show, the 70s TV show.
Definitely.
Excellent. The two other seasons, not a big fan of.
I'll probably love it.
She's still cool. Still Wonder Woman. She's awesome. The 2017 movie, can't get past it not being in World War II, but other than that, it's a decent once over. Just to watch it once, give it a try, and then give the Justice Society World War II animated movie a look. I have not seen that, but it is supposedly set in World War II. So you might get a little Wonder Woman action in WW Deuce.
Right.
That'll be good. Use it on your battlefield, and if you do, and you have rules for it, let us hear them. If you do some games with her in it, definitely let us know about it, and we'll show it off.
Yeah, send us some
pics. Go to our YouTube, or not our YouTube, our Facebook group, and put the pics on there, man.
Yeah, you send us pics, we'll put them
Put it up
up
there.
at the end of our shows and stuff. You
Totally.
know? I mean, it'd be fun.
We're all weirdos. Let's
Yeah.
all be the community that we want to. Let's not be assholes. Let's be all inclusive and get it. Let's hear all the weird from everybody. I'm interested in seeing how you guys weird. I hope these little introductions to new ideas and new references and stuff help you guys in your weird war gaming, because that's what we're doing in here.
Rules, build your own.
That's right.
fancy world.
Play it how you want to play it.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yep.
All right, guys. You done, babies?
I'm done.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, guys. I'm glad you came by, and whatever you do, keep it weird. See ya.
Bye.
Wonder Woman!
You obviously have little regard for womanhood. You must learn respect